Hello!
Ahoy!
Welcome to another fun-filled episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome, and thricely welcome.
And welcome back, Nick.
Thank you.
Nick's in the streamboat, everybody. Restrictions have lifted.
Thanks.
What were you doing then? Just balancing yourself?
No, I was like bowing.
Oh, he's bowing, but you can't see him because it's an audio medium. How are you, Nick?
Yeah, great.
Happy to be back on board?
Great that you've cleared my side of the desk.
Yeah, I've cleared it all out for you. Plugged your microphone back in.
My butt indentation is still in the seat.
Yeah, I've not sat in it once.
Really?
No, I've kept it for you. I even did a bit of polishing. Look, there's still some dusters over there.
I think the shrine's a bit too much, but...
Well, I've missed you.
That's fine.
What can I say? How's your week been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to say good, and nothing exciting's happened, but I think it's been good.
Sometimes that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just do nothing. Just have a fun-filled week of nothing.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Good.
But I have no stories.
Okay, that's fine. I like your new earphones.
Thanks.
They're very funky.
Yeah.
You look like a Cyberman.
Do I? They're a bit retro. They're brown and silver.
Leathery silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a Cyberman.
It was a birthday present from a couple of weeks ago. You sound lovely.
Do I? Excellent. We'll sound even lovelier next week because we've got some new microphones coming tomorrow.
Upgrade.
How exciting is that? We're upgrading our kit, everybody. So this time, the next wave, we're going to sound awesome. Hopefully, if they work. No,
Yeah.
the week I've had, they're not going to work or they'll be broken or something.
I mean, there were a few technical, well, not issues, just it was more operator error just now trying to get set up.
Well, it's been a long time since we've been in the same room and used two microphones, and it's more complicated with two than it is one.
What are we on about? Take 4? Because someone kept messing up with the intro.
Yeah, that was me. I can't do it. I've got stage fright. I've not done it in front of anybody live for ages.
I don't know what to say to that. I think I was going to put a rude joke in and then decided not to.
Okay, cool.
Not like you to get straight stage fright.
True. That's true. I'm usually a performer.
I'll leave that one hanging there and people can make up their own story.
Ask me how my week's been.
How's your week been?
I went to the cinema yesterday.
Oh, brilliant.
No.
Oh, no.
It was
Terrible.
a disaster.
Oh, no.
It was a disaster. I've not been to the cinema for more than 6 months.
What was the last thing you saw at the cinema?
Flash Gordon?
Okay. What?
Randomly.
1984?
In 1984, yeah. I think it was
older
about
than that.
August last year, September last year. Yeah, it was. We went to see Spiral.
Oh, sure.
From the Book of Saw,
yeah,
which is the new Saw film. We sat down in our seats, all nice and socially distanced.
Yep.
You have to keep 2 seats away from everybody else.
Okay.
I booked my seats quite early, and somebody was 2 seats away from me.
Okay.
In a cinema where there was about 15 people in there.
Brilliant. Always happens.
Why do people do it?
I don't know.
Why not just sit as far away from everybody else as you can? People are idiots. And then the film starts.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all the screen goes green.
Okay. How far into the film are we?
Minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
Minutes at this point. And we're like, that's weird. So somebody went out to the foyer and told the manager. And the manager comes in. He's like, we're just going to turn it off, reboot the projector, start again.
Sure,
so you got
happens occasionally.
You'll have to watch the first 10 minutes again.
Right.
Fine. Got no issue with that. Which was fine. It worked. Until we got to 25 minutes from the end.
Okay.
And it went green again.
Uh-oh.
And we were like, oh, God. But bearing in mind, there was a 10-minute gap at the beginning where we just sat in the dark. So somebody went out again, got the manager. He comes in. Right, we'll reboot the projector again. But we should be able to start it off from where you were.
I should bloody think so.
I'm not watching the whole thing again. This is like 10 o'clock by this point.
Technology should not be at the point where you can't rewind or fast forward.
Exactly. So he did. He turned it off, got it back to where it started again, instantly did the same thing.
Right.
And then he just went, we're done.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing more we can do.
Not going to try again?
Can't try again. Don't know why. It's a waste of time. Here's a free ticket. Come back next week.
Okay.
Go home. 25 minutes of the film left. You know a Saw film's going to have a big twist at the end? Didn't get that.
Oh, I was going to make that joke, but that's fine. Thanks.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we missed the last 25 minutes of the film.
No, it probably wasn't worth it anyway.
I will admit I did come home and find a stream of it.
Okay.
And I did watch the last 25 minutes through somebody else's camcorder.
Okay.
And it was the best bit of the film.
Oh, right.
Typically.
There you go.
Yeah, so not a good start.
Well, I mean...
Also, the cinema system was down, so they were doing everything by pen and paper. The drinks machines weren't working, and the ice cream machine wasn't working.
Probably for the best.
It's not like they've had 6 months to prepare.
So they had stage fright.
And the manager was wearing a burgundy suit.
Oh, that's just uniform, isn't it?
No.
I'm quite into that.
It was bizarre. I think he'd got all dressed up because it was opening night.
Oh, like an old-timey usher.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So
It's a nice touch.
I've got a free ticket to the cinema.
Well, that's useless.
It is to me. I've got an unlimited card. Not giving away the brand.
So you're not going back to see Spiral?
No, I've seen the end now.
Any good? As a whole, was
as
the
a
movie
film?
right?
No, it's not.
Because I've heard it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. It's not a Saw film. It's a cop drama.
Isn't that the whole marketing of it though?
Yeah.
Well, but then why are you annoyed?
I didn't go in expecting a cop drama.
Right.
And the traps that are in it are quite unimaginative.
Okay.
And at this stage in a Saw franchise, you should be going ridiculous.
Again, they've had like 6 years to come up with some new ones.
Exactly. So, and Chris Rock cannot act. He just can't. He's just terrible. And then Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Yep.
Why that's happened, how that's happened is a mystery.
Is he in it a lot?
Nah, he's in it a bit.
Okay.
He succumbs to... I don't want to give any spoilers away, but he's involved in one of the traps. Yeah, I give it 5 out of 10. It was at a 4, but the ending's quite good.
I believe you're being generous. That's my gut feeling.
It's a Saw film. They're close to my heart. But it was at a 4, but the ending turned it around. The ending was all right.
Okay. Was it like sequel bait?
Yes, definitely. The new killer is still alive at the end.
I mean...
That's not a spoiler because that was always going to happen.
It seems like a bit of a random property for Chris Rock to pick up.
Apparently it was all his idea.
Fan,
yeah. Apparently he's a fan and he came up with the concept and pitched it. And
if I play the lead,
which I can't do.
Because what's the sort of tone? Is it still got the sort of tone? Because Chris Rock is, I presume he can't resist doing some jokes in it.
No, he's quite serious in it, to be fair. No, not really.
No one-liners?
No, not particularly. Okay. It all got a really weird orange tinge over it as well.
Okay.
You know when a film has like that orange tinge over it. As a story, it's not bad. It's about corrupt cops.
Sure.
It's the new killer's going after corrupt policemen. And Chris Rock's trying to stop that happening.
I'm sorry, but I love that you didn't get to see the end.
I didn't get to see the end.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Shocking.
So when are you going back?
I'm going again on Monday.
Okay.
So I'm going to see Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, right.
So just as Kong pops up on the screen, I'll probably just clear off. So I'll give him another chance.
You'll never find out who wins.
No, exactly. But yeah, so wasn't a great first start for the first film in 6 months, at least.
It's happened to me a couple of times. I remember going to see was it the 4th? I don't know how many there's been. I think it was the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean film.
Right.
You know when the trend was for stuff to come out in 3D?
Yeah.
It was the only thing we could get into. And the 3D was just all out of whack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was shit. And they had to try and rewind that twice.
Really?
Yeah. And they just gave up.
When I went to see Flash Gordon,
yeah,
they came in after 10 minutes of that and said, well, the audio's out of sync with the video. We need to start it again.
Yeah. And
then they did it again, but Flash Gordon's audio's out of sync with its video
because
it's all overdubbed.
Famously.
Famously overdubbed film. But young cinema staff don't realise that.
Heathens.
So yeah, so I watched the first 20 minutes of Flash Gordon twice as well. So the last 2 times I've been in the cinema that's happened.
Well, you seem to be the common denominator here.
Maybe it is me. Maybe it's all on me. Where do we start?
News.
Do you want to talk about last week's film for a little bit?
Oh yeah, let's do that first.
What did we watch?
We watched Urge.
Now you've had time to sink in. What are your...
I think that it is fairly at the top of the stream.
Yeah,
in our early season 5 stream table.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's that great.
No, it wasn't that great.
And well, obviously we'll talk on Thursday about this week's movie, which is Room 205.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping we starting with Room 205 to get a decent movie, because I feel like the first, how many have we done? 5 episodes now?
5, yeah.
Of movies haven't been of the best.
The randomiser's not been kind to us just lately, has it?
No,
it really hasn't. We've watched some garbage.
Pierce Brosnan was fine in the
Brosnan was the best
3 scenes that he was in.
Yeah, about it by a long way.
But it felt like a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Urge did.
Like I said in the episode, there's a good story in there somewhere.
Yeah,
it just isn't that film.
But I did enjoy talking about it.
Me too. I think it's our best episode we've done in ages.
Okay, well there you go. Go and check it out, please.
Check it out. Check all the others out as well. It's not like we do bad ones.
No.
But
obviously,
we've been doing this a long time.
But no, it was fun to talk about Urge.
Yeah,
because it was lots
silly.
of weird stuff happened.
Yeah, there's lots of silly and ridiculous scenes. And they're always the best, aren't they?
And those 3 cameos.
Yeah, random.
Were just, so you had Jeff Fahey.
Yeah.
and then Kevin Corrigan and Alison Lohman
Yeah.
just all turned up for a minute each.
I wonder why. Cameos amaze me because I always think, who do they know on the film that's got them to come in for a day? It's just, I always find cameos fascinating.
And especially like I said, the end credits sort of bonus.
Yeah.
Where Alison Lohman was with a kid in the supermarket.
Alison Lohman, do you want to come and be in this film? But not in the film.
Yeah. After the end
credits.
And they make it look like we've inserted 2 minutes from a completely different movie.
It did look like, it was like the start of another film.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
Oh, it was odd. It was odd.
Yeah, we'll go deeper. We went deeper into that last week. So if you want to hear more about Urge, find out what we got coming up this week. Room 205.
Yeah.
Danish film.
A Danish ghost story, I think.
Yeah, ghost horror story.
So yeah, that'll be winging its way on this very feed on Thursday.
It will. So check that out on Thursday. And
see what we think.
We'll tell you what we think of it. Have you got any Netflix news?
There is always Netflix news.
There is. There's a lot this week. It's up on our screen in front of us.
I know.
Now we can both see the same screen. It's well exciting. So where do you want to start?
Should we go... Let's go with...
This is quite funny because I've got control of the mouse, but Nick's trying to read the screen.
Are you just going to... Yeah, you might just pick one and I'm just going to...
You choose which one to pick. I'll click it and then you can read it.
Well, we don't need to click first because I will quickly mention that one of Netflix's big hits last year was a movie called 365 Days.
Oh, yeah. That was at the top of the stream for a long time.
Ages and ages.
Yeah.
It was at the top and then in the top 10 for. I believe I never watched it. It's a bit of a mucky film. It's like Netflix's version of 50 Shades of Grey sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it did very well, and obviously there's a naughty audience out there.
Definitely.
And so much so that Netflix have announced that they are releasing not one but 2 sequels.
Oh, really?
They love lining up a universe, don't they?
They do. They do at the minute. They seem to be all over these universes.
So whether they will be called 750 days and
366 days, I reckon.
Maybe.
And then 367.
But yeah, look out for those. They are winging their way to the stream.
Excellent. Do you want me to click on this one now?
Let's do it. I mentioned in...
I don't want to.
That's never happened before. I mentioned in our most recent newsletter, which you will receive if you are one of our patrons, a bit about Resident Evil.
Yep.
Obviously, a new game's sort of come out recently, hasn't it?
It has, indeed.
There is a cinematic reboot coming later this year, starring Captain's Gallery inductee Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
But Netflix is also in the Resident Evil game, and there is a new CGI series coming to Netflix. It is called Infinite Darkness, and they have released a release date.
Released a release date.
8th of July.
That's not even that long away.
Summer Zombies.
Summer Zombies. You can't beat a good summer zombie.
And they have also released I want to say, it's not really a trailer, it's more like just a clip.
Yeah, it's a teaser, isn't it?
Yeah. But it looks kind of cool. There's like loads of rats and a massive, like, huge tree kind of zombie thing. And then some zombies just like vomit everywhere.
I've played a few of the Resident Evil games, but I wouldn't say I was familiar with the universe. We need to maybe get Jordan from Grief Burrito on. He's my resident Evil expert.
Good plan. I tell you what, if he's up for it, maybe we could.
We'll get him on a wave and talk about the show.
Yeah, we could do an episode on this show.
He's a Resident Evil speedrunner.
I know. I saw this week.
Speedruns Resident Evil games.
Do you still kill stuff if you do that?
Yeah.
Or do you just like avoid stuff
I think
and go quick?
A bit of both. You just try and do whatever you can as quick. I don't know. We'll get him on. Jordan, come on.
But yeah, it's playing at the minute. The teaser in front of us, and there's heads exploding.
There's an emo-looking guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that White House looks nice.
So yeah, check it out. It is available. The teaser.
Animation's very nice, actually.
Yeah.
I like this live reaction. We're both just distracted and just watching it now.
Again,
are we done?
Doesn't make for good audio. Those rats just exploded out of that guy. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is coming on July the 8th.
Excellent. Where would you now like me to click?
Let's stay in July. Let's stay with horror.
This one?
Yeah. Do you like R.L. Stein?
Who is R.L. Stine?
So he is famous for writing all the Goosebumps novels.
Oh, okay.
He's like a one-man machine production of...
Is he the guy that Jack Black played in the film?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I've seen the film.
So apparently another sort of hundreds and hundreds of novels that he wrote were Fear Street.
Okay.
And Netflix has released a trailer for a Fear Street trilogy, which is coming out over 3 weeks in July. So this is a movie every week.
Oh, okay. Full, like, feature-length movie?
Yes, it's a trilogy. And, yeah, you're getting one. I think it's the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th of July. So the first one is called 1994, the second one is called 1978, and the final one is called 1666.
That's a big jump between... It goes from 1978 to 1666. It's quite a long time.
A little bit. So, but apparently... a lot of the same people are in all three.
Okay.
And it is a one story told across this sort of large span of time. It's got a few people we like in it.
Has it? Who's in it?
Gillian Jacobs is in it.
Gillian Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gillian.
Sadie Sink's in it from Stranger Things.
Okay.
And so is Maya Hawke, also from Stranger Things.
They love those Stranger Things kids.
Yeah, they sure do. It was directed by a guy called Lee Janiak, and he did them all. So he has filmed and directed and produced all of these is back to back to back.
During COVID?
No, they actually finished filming 2 years ago. And then
okay.
They've been in post-production ever since.
Wow.
And yeah, they will arrive.
That's quite an interesting idea, isn't it? A trilogy in 3 weeks. Telling one story. It's quite a
and it's basically about a group of people trying to fight this sort of standard fight this ominous evil.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, very, very definitely sort of Stranger Things vibes, and not just because it's got half the cast in it.
July's shaping up to be a good month on Netflix. Now where are we going? This one?
Sure.
Just go through them in order.
I think Netflix is trying to tread on our toes.
What? I've just read that headline. What?
So, Netflix have announced that they are looking to expand, as they say, their podcasting footprint. What's our podcasting footprint?
Not very big.
Well, you don't want big feet. Do you want big feet? I don't know.
I don't know. You know what to say about people with big feet.
Oh, it's true.
Big socks.
And I guess this is kind of to...
They're taking pitches. Let's pitch them. It says they're taking pitches.
I guess they're trying to sort of synthesize their attack, isn't it? Yeah. So when a big movie comes out, we'll get a podcast out. It's kind of that.
That's a good idea.
What was that terrible show that David Spade hosts occasionally?
The Netflix After Party.
I guess it's just an audio version of that, isn't it?
I wonder if David Spade's going to host.
Probably. Although, it is saying this article that they are keeping their plans and types of podcasts close to their chest at the minute, so there's no elaboration. So whether they will look to get into the actual sort of
distribution,
a storytelling.
I wonder if they'll just start distributing them on Netflix, so you could like YouTube do.
Yeah,
so you could.
Because we talked a while ago, didn't we, about they were considering the option of you could audio only.
Yeah,
Netflix.
you could. I don't know if they ever went forward with that. You could just listen to the audio of a show and a film,
which would work for some stuff, but not.
I think we should pitch them. Who do we pitch to? Marissa Hurwitz, maybe. Cool.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Excellent.
Yeah, if you want to give us a job, do
please
so.
Give us a job. Clicked on another one. I picked it at random.
Do you know Paul Feig? Paul Feig.
Is he related to Kevin Feige?
I do not believe so.
Okay. I think it's spelled different. No.
You will do. He is a famous director. He directed Bridesmaids.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
No. I don't know why. I just
really
haven't seen Bridesmaids. I don't do comedy, do I?
You've
I've thrown you now. Apologies.
Amongst other things, he did the Lady Ghostbusters.
Oh, I saw that.
Plenty of.
Unfortunately, I saw that. I do know what you mean now.
I'm gonna say it's not as bad as people make out. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not terrible. It's not like absolutely terrible. My daughter likes it, and
that's fine. That's who's supposed to like it.
Fine.
That's who it's aimed at. Chris Hemsworth was good in it. Is it Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah,
or the other one?
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He was good in it.
They have announced this week.
That makes me sound sexist because it's like it's a female Ghostbusters film and the only one I've picked out is the only man in it.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I apologise to all females.
They've released some photos from an upcoming movie called The School for Good and Evil, and it is directed by aforementioned Paul Feig. And it's based on a series of books, and it will star Charlize Theron and Kerry Washington.
Cool. I like Charlize Theron. She's good. There's
6 of these 6 books in this series, so it's another Netflix desperately looking for a franchise.
Yeah.
As we've seen with a lot of this stuff recently,
yeah.
Shadow and Bone, Lock and Key,
The Witcher.
These other things.
Yeah.
So
up or down?
Down. I'm trying to see what it's actually about.
Okay.
So yeah, it's fantasy series, and we do have a synopsis if you want it.
Of course I do. I've just scrolled down to it. So.
Best friends Sophie and Agatha are about to discover where fairy tale legacies go to school. The School for Good and Evil, where ordinary boys and girls are trained to be fairy tale heroes and villains. Sophie has princess ambitions. She'll be picked for the School of Good, where past students include Cinderella and Snow White. Meanwhile, Agatha is a natural fit for the School of Evil. So, what is it with Agatha being an evil name?
It's like an evil name, isn't it?
Is that a new thing?
I don't know. You're right, though. It is. It sounds evil, doesn't it?
It does sound a bit witchy,
yeah.
I suppose. I'd never really thought of it.
It does sound like a witch's name.
There you go. Yeah, so they're kind of going to be friends, but in opposite sides of the school, so...
It sounds like they go to the wrong one. Look, Sophie's dropped into the School of Evil, Agatha into the School for Good.
Well, there you go. It's like...
And hilarity ensues. Excellent. That sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, it does. Like we kind of tongue-in-cheek complained, didn't I, the other week, that I feel like Netflix is flooding a lot of this sort of thing out.
Yeah. Supernaturally...
witchy,
wizardy things. Everybody wants a new Game of Thrones.
Or Harry Potter.
Or Harry Potter. Everybody's going for it. Let me briefly interrupt the news.
That's fine.
Have you seen any of this season of Inside Number 9?
No, I haven't.
So this week's episode is called Simon Says.
Okay.
And it's a direct dig at the writers of Game of Thrones.
Right.
100%. It couldn't be more.
What?
The concept is there's this writer and he attacks a fan who tries to tell him that his show's shit.
Okay.
That the ending of his show was shit, and gives him some scripts. And he thinks that he's killed this guy.
Right.
And so another fan comes in and blackmails him into writing a better ending.
Got ya.
But then it turns out he hasn't killed him. And it'll kick it. But it's brilliant. You know what? Inside Number 9 is always good. And it was obviously a dig at Game of Thrones. It couldn't have been more obvious. But yeah, if you've not seen Inside Number 9, I think they're on Netflix. They used to be on Netflix, if they're not now. But
they were. I'm sure for the current series you'd need to...
The new season's on the BBC iPlayer. I think they're all on the iPlayer as well, but yeah. I didn't even know it started. I missed the first.
No, I'm not sure I knew that before you said that, actually.
There's two so far, so they've both been really good. Check out Inside Number 9.
I just don't keep up with broadcast TV because...
even shows you really like.
Yeah, because I had no idea there was a new series of Alan Partridge.
I didn't either. I stumbled across that the first night.
I had no idea, and I watched the first 2 last week, I think.
How many's been on so far?
I think maybe 3.
I've seen 2 of them. I was at a loose end one Friday night, and I just happened to notice it was on, and then forgot again the week after.
Yeah.
This one?
Sure, why not?
Netflix have bumper news in us this week.
Do you like American football?
Yes.
Do you like... Would you like American football more or less if you were watching a movie starring Kevin James, Taylor Lautner, and Rob Schneider, produced by Adam Sandler?
Less, more, less.
Okay. Happy Madison, who is obviously Adam Sandler's production arm, is producing yet another movie for Netflix. It is called Home Team. It stars those aforementioned names, and it's based on a true story.
Okay.
It's based on Sean Payton, who is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
When he was suspended for a year from the league, he basically went back to his roots and coached an amateur football team.
Right.
His kids' team, I believe. And and this is what we're getting a movie about.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be Sandlerfied. Well, we'll see.
Well, there's a comedy cast as well, isn't it?
Sure.
You're getting a comedy.
I mean, I'm getting big like Waterboy vibes from it straight away with all those guys in it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure Adam Sandler just exists at times just to give Rob Schneider a job.
I think you're probably right. Can I just say, this website that we're on reading this article is ugly. It's just bits of... Forrest Whitaker's face is on the screen 3 times at the same time. There's adverts everywhere.
That's adverts for
4
you.
times. It's an horrendous website. It's deadline.com. Organise your website better.
Deadline's like a proper...
Yeah, it's a proper website.
Breaking Hollywood news type.
It's got a horrible website.
It's horrific.
This one?
Sure. We talked a few weeks ago about Tim Burton signing up to direct Wednesday.
Yes.
Which is an Addams Family spin-off
Correct.
from Netflix. This week, Wednesday herself has been cast.
Okay.
And she will be played by Jenna Ortega.
Do we know Jenna Ortega?
She was in Yes Day, which I've seen. Well, that came out onto Netflix probably 2 months ago.
Okay.
So that stars Jennifer Garner, and it's basically where the parents say yes to everything that their kids.
I think I've seen the trailer. I have definitely not seen the film.
It's
I've
okay.
seen the trailer.
She's also in You, but I've never seen that.
You's really good. I've seen that, so I do know her.
Yeah. So yeah, Tim Burton's obviously directing that. Ortega's been cast. Again, we've got a bit of a synopsis. So it's described as a sleuthing, supernaturally, again, infused mystery charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. Wednesday attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorised the local town, and solve the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago. Mm. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It sounds
Tim
interesting.
Burton, it's in his wheelhouse.
Tim Burton and the Addams Family seem like it's perfect, doesn't it? It's just those 2 franchises just work together.
It will be 8 episodes and will be sometime next year.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. I do like Tim Burton. I know he's not done anything good for 20 years, but I still quite like him. This one?
Sure. Do you like Assassins?
Yep.
Do you like John Wick?
I've never actually seen a John Wick film.
Have you not?
No, and I really feel like I'd enjoy them, and I don't know why I haven't.
I've seen the first one,
ugly website as well.
but it was only recently.
Right,
and I quite enjoyed it, so I need to watch the rest. So Mary Elizabeth Winstead has been cast and indeed has filmed because some pictures have come out this week. A movie called Kate.
Okay.
It's an action movie coming to Netflix. She plays Kate, who is an assassin, who has unfortunately been poisoned.
Oh no.
She only has 24 hours to live.
Okay.
Before the poison kills her. So she is on a mission to find out who did it and get some revenge.
So when you take poison and somebody says you've only got 24 hours to live,
sure,
those 24 hours are not going to be nice. They're not just going to be like, you've got 24 hours to live, and then all of a sudden you're going to drop dead. You're going to get iller as those 24 hours go, sure.
Is that not how poison works?
I don't think so.
I mean...
It just sits dormant, and then there's...
Pretty sure that's what's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen as well. But I like the concept. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a bit silly by the looks of the pictures.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a horrific... she starts to go grey and gets the shakes after an hour, and then 23 hours of us just lying in bed, slowly dying.
Nearly dying, yeah.
But I would imagine there'll be far more explosions and
it's a
killings.
Heartfelt, brutal assassin story.
Of course it is.
Apparently.
Woody Harrelson's in it. That's always good value, surely.
Yeah, Woody's always good, isn't he?
Yeah, so Kate does not have a set release date yet, but we are expecting it later this year on Netflix.
Looking forward to it. That was an ugly website as well. There's pop-ups and everything. I don't know how people navigate the internet these days. Look, there's videos playing, there's adverts down both sides of the page. I sound like an old man. I'm going to stop talking. Where do we get to? This one.
Movie news.
Movie news. We're moving away from Netflix.
Yep. Do you like John Boyega?
Yep. Got no issue with him.
Good, because Attack the Block 2 is coming.
Oh, cool. Attack the Block's a great film.
I think, annoyingly, they should have announced this last year because it came out 10 years ago this year. So it's probably going to be 11 years by the time the sequel comes out. Joe Cornish is going to direct again.
Cool.
The original director. And Boyega has signed up.
That's good. That's good that he's going back to his roots.
Yeah, he said he's really looking forward to...
The fuck was that?
Really looking forward to find out what happened to Moses, which was the character he played.
Sorry, a video started playing and we both shit ourselves. Apologies. These websites are coming to attack us. We maybe need to be a bit more planned for next week.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that he's going back to his roots a little bit. He could have easily turned that down, so it's good that he's not going to.
Good.
Excellent.
One more bit of news.
Yeah, bit of sad news.
Bit of sad news. Charles Grodin passed away this week. The reason I want to mention it is because, again, my daughters have recently discovered Beethoven, and they think he's hilarious.
He is, to be fair. That film's brilliant.
He was 86.
Really?
Which, is... me and my wife were talking about this the other week when we were watching Beethoven with my kids, because you as you do, you pick your phone up. Oh, I'm just going to read a bit about this guy.
Yeah.
And he was like 30 years older than the Bonnie Hunt who was playing his wife.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
But obviously, yeah, really well-known guy. You'll
have seen him pop up in
loads of stuff, but possibly most famous with what just flashed.
I don't know. Might have been lightning. Could have been anything.
Yeah, Beethoven, or with Robert De Niro in Midnight Run, which is a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Charles Grodin. I think that's all the news done, isn't it?
News done.
News done. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a couple of things.
Okay.
I would say maybe not both good. I watched Men in Black International.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you mentioned you were going to watch that.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's on the level of all the other Men in Black films.
Oh, really? Because it got quite critically panned, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't think, other than the first one, I'm not sure any of them are actually very good.
I think you're right. I completely agree.
So, I think they're all pretty interchangeable to this one.
It's pretty much the same story in all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's a mole in Men in Black.
Yeah.
There's a shape-shifting alien.
Johnny Knoxville turns up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was good. Obviously, the effects have come on a little bit. Hemsworth's fine. Tessa Thompson's good.
Yeah, she's good value.
Her sister Emma's in it as well. She just pops up. It's fine. It's a Saturday night movie. I'll never think of it again after we finish this conversation.
I probably never will get to it, to be honest. It doesn't really appeal. I also watched a film.
Okay.
I've actually watched 2 films this week.
Nice.
I watched Ma.
Oh, how was that?
With Octavia Spencer. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
It's a really good film.
We nearly watched that and then didn't.
You choose Men in Black instead? No, I enjoyed it. Octavia Spencer's always good.
Yes.
And she's very, very good in this. It's basically... I don't even know how you describe it. She plays a crazy woman who allows kids to party in her basement, so she becomes popular, even though she's like 30 years older than them.
Okay.
But it turns out she's got a revenge motive against their parents. So
Right.
she tries to, and it all gets a little bit insane. She ends up sewing somebody's mouth shut. She paints a black man white, which is troublesome. Yeah, loads of cool stuff happens. But no, it's a really good story, and it's actually a really good film. I really enjoyed it. So it's only recently appeared on Netflix, so you'll have time to check it out.
Yeah.
It's well worth checking out. Do you want to know the other film I watched?
Yes, please.
I watched Oxygen.
Oh, how was that?
It's good. I really enjoyed it, actually. Considering it's just one lady trapped in a box talking to a computer for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Have you seen... I think we mentioned this last week. Have you seen Buried with Ryan Reynolds? Yeah. It's the same concept as that.
Well, so I was just going to say, when you think we watched 2036 Origins of No, which was basically a woman trapped in a room with a computer. Yeah. One of the worst films I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is one of the worst films I've ever seen. This woman's lying down. She's literally in a coffin.
Yeah.
So she wakes up. It's a stasis booth. She's on a trip to one of Jupiter's moons to repopulate the Earth. There's a basic story there somewhere. But unfortunately, there's been an error. She's woken up, and everybody else is asleep.
Right.
She can communicate with her pod, and she can also communicate with Earth. She can talk to. She manages to ring the police at one point.
Okay.
It's weird. Turns out she finds out she's only just left. So she's still got like 36 years left to go. But she's only got like 12% oxygen left because she needs oxygen now. Yeah, it's French.
Yeah.
I did watch the dub.
Okay.
For no other reason than it was selected on my screen.
Oh, when you started.
When I started. And there's only one woman in it, and the other character in it is a voice. Like a computer voice.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter that it was a dub. You would never have known.
Okay, that's good.
It was fine. Because it's just her talking.
Yeah.
So I did watch the dub. And yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's good fun. It's quite tense.
Excellent.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I'm quite intrigued by it.
Check
so
out
I will
Oxygen.
get to it. The only thing I've really watched is partway through the final series of Superstore.
Okay.
Which is not on Netflix. The first 5 are on Netflix.
Okay.
The final one you will have to find on ITV.
Yeah, it's on the ITV hub, I think.
It's good. So, I mean, it's very interesting because they're in the midst of a pandemic.
Oh, really?
So they have to adhere to all the social distancing, mask wearing. As I'm sure you can imagine, they're getting quite a bit of material out of that.
So has that been filmed during COVID?
Yeah.
Or is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Given the views of some people in the States, it's really good. I really recommend Superstore as a feel good sitcom.
I'm in the market for a new sitcom. So
good.
Would you recommend it to me?
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. I also started the Son of Sam documentary series.
Yes.
I started. I've only watched the first episode so far, so I'm not going to go.
Are you going to continue?
I am going to continue. So I'll talk about it a bit more when I've seen more. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one, so it's a crazy story. The fact that it even happened is crazy.
Yeah.
It's basically America's Jack the Ripper.
Sure.
It's exactly the same story. So yeah, I will continue checking that out.
Good.
Excellent. I think that's about it. We've got a list of stuff that's coming in June. Shall we quickly pick through that?
Let's browse.
How long are we at? Oh, we're good. So as we're getting towards the end of the... And the bloody website's really irritating me. As we're getting towards the end of the month, we're coming up to find out what's going on to Netflix UK in June. So we'll just quickly skim through this list, I guess. Netflix release date TBA. Too Hot to Handle Season 2's coming.
Oh.
You got well into that, didn't you?
Yeah, I loved it. Oh, I never watched it.
What's coming to Netflix on June the 1st? Oh, this is supposed to be good. There's a Black Holes documentary coming.
Oh, ace.
It's supposed to be really interesting.
Love space.
It's all about what black holes are and how they work and that sort of shit. Anything else grabbing your attention? No?
Colombiana, I've seen that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, some point years ago. Zoe Saldana movie from 10 years or so ago.
Elvis Presley documentary's coming. Elvis Presley, The Searcher.
Oh, your mum will like that.
She'll love that. Chronicling his evolution as a musician and a man.
She's a big fan of the King, isn't she?
Nigella's got a cooking series coming.
Great.
That's unusual to have a cooking series on Netflix, I guess. There's a Prince Charles documentary coming.
Oh, there's a movie called Soul, but not that Disney Pixar one.
Malaysian horror.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get those two confused, would you?
Not really. There's another Malaysian horror film there, look. Row. They've picked up some...
the description is just Malaysian horror.
They've picked up a couple of... I bet you it's buy one, get one free. It's got to be in it.
Maybe.
Both from the same year as well. Thomas and... Oh, there's lots of Thomas the Tank Engine shit coming.
Oh, there you go.
Your little MB up for that?
No, it's never really...
No?
Never really caught on in my house.
Fair enough. That looks garbage. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah, it's not going to be... It's not a good month, is it?
No, I didn't...
Oh, Sweet and Sour's coming. No, that's not what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, but it's going day by day. That's why it's...
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Look.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go faster then. Awake, that's supposed to be good.
Okay.
I've heard good things about that. That's a new Netflix original film that's coming. Apocalyptic sci-fi drama starring Gina Rodriguez as Jill, a former soldier whose daughter may hold the cure to saving humanity, who after a devastating world event has lost the ability to sleep. How do you lose the ability to sleep?
Have a kid.
Fair enough. Lupin Part 2's coming.
Excellent.
June the 11th. We knew about that. That's exciting. Nothing there. Karate Kid from 2010.
Oh, the Jackie Chan one.
Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. That's coming on the 15th of June. I had that on Blu-ray, never watched it.
Really?
Got it through with my PlayStation 4.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Jaden Smith does not look like that now.
Why did you have that on Blu-ray?
It came through with my PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay.
Randomly.
That was the launch title.
It was. Elite Season 4's coming. Have you seen any of Elite?
No.
It's good. It's a Spanish high school drama.
Right.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen Season 3 yet, and now Season 4's coming. But it's quite good. It's quite exciting. There's a lot of shit goes down. They all start murdering each other and stuff.
Of course they do.
Enjoyed it. America the Motion Picture. A tongue-in-cheek adult animated feature that tells the story of how America won the War of Independence against the British with a chainsaw-wielding George Washington and his beer-loving bro Sam Adams.
Oh, I'm in. Why is RoboCop in the picture?
Why is RoboCop in the picture?
Right, I'm checking that
I love
out.
that Sam Adams is a beer-loving bro because he makes beer now.
Excellent.
That's it. Nothing major. It's not going to be a great month for big stuff.
I'm all
cool
in
little
on
stuff
America
coming.
the motion picture just from the
From
thumbnail.
I'll save that picture and we'll get it in there. Get it leaked. Leaked? Put on the socials. I'm not going to leak it. It's already there. Cool. Yeah. So check out what's coming to Netflix in June.
Excellent.
Is there anything else we need to talk about, or are we done?
We need to down trowel and extend our rods.
We do. I'd forgotten about that. I'd completely forgotten. Luckily, I haven't forgotten to watch it.
Good.
I have seen it. Yeah, we're talking about Alice in Borderland Season 1, Episode 3? 4. 4. Wow. What did you think this week? I thought it was the weakest episode so far.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like this week's.
I
thought it was really boring for a start, and it hasn't been boring.
So, our hero,
yeah,
Arisu, is sort of hauled out of his funk from last week, isn't he?
Yeah. Because he's lost all of his mates.
Yeah.
That surprised me the most. I thought there was going to be a twist where those guys were not dead.
For the first 10 minutes, he's like the dog in Futurama, isn't he? He's just in one spot.
Just lying on the floor
even when
in the
it
middle
rains.
of a road. Yeah. Just never moves.
And
I was surprised they were actually all dead.
Didn't think they'd follow through with it?
No, I didn't.
Well, we'll see what happens. Eh?
Maybe they won't, but...
yeah, his crew certainly seem to all be out of the picture.
Yeah.
We met up again with the girl who helped them out in episode 2, which was the game of tag.
Yeah.
And she took pity on Arisu, took him back, fed him some soup.
It was the hide and seek one.
Hide and seek, yeah.
Not the tag one, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she did.
And they ended up playing another game.
Yeah, which surprised me because he must have some...
I thought they had a lot of days in the bank.
That's what I was thinking. He must have a lot of credits in his name now. But then he just went and played another game for the sake of it, by the looks of it.
I didn't like this game.
I didn't either.
So the game this week was that... So they awoke on a bus.
Yeah.
In a tunnel.
Yeah.
And they had to travel to the goal.
Yeah.
And they all had their phones, and as they... or were they told to travel to the goal, travel the furthest, or the closest to the goal?
It could be the closest to the goal.
So as they were travelling away from this bus, there was, I don't know, it was a step counter or a meter counter.
Yeah.
And it just kept running and running and running and running.
And running.
And then Ariso turned back halfway through because he found some diesel to go and save this guy who couldn't move at the start on this bus.
Then some water came out of nowhere.
Yeah, the tunnel flooded. And they managed to get back on the bus, and it turned out the bus was the goal all along.
Yeah, so if they'd have not moved, they'd have been all right.
Because it had goal graffitied
on the side of it.
I didn't like it. It was just because it was just pure luck that they survived.
It was weak. It was the weakest episode so far.
And yeah, and we left Arisu and his new friend heading to the beach.
Yeah, they've now decided they've banked up enough days.
Yeah,
so they're going to try and get to the beach.
City.
On a push bike.
It was filler. It didn't do much for me.
It didn't need it either. It was a weird little filler episode.
There was no skill to it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I wasn't as excited at the end of this week's as I was at the end of last week's, for definite.
No. And I feel like we're getting a real shift, and this is going to go somewhere else now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's like a mid-season shift. They don't need to play any games for a good while now.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see if they do, I guess. And what happens now? I'm still intrigued to see where it's going. I'm not on a massive downer on it.
No, me neither. Because is it only 8 episodes?
Yes.
So we're halfway through.
Yeah.
So obviously we're going to see it through. But I thought this was a big step down. For
Agreed.
Me.
Agreed. Unfortunately, I agree with you on that one.
Need a good reset next
hopefully
week.
the next one will be good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So next week will be episode
5.
Yeah. That's how numbers work.
Yeah. Sure is.
Cool, yeah. So you're not too far behind. If you do want to catch up with Alice in Borderland and come and chat to us about it, come and join the Discord. The link will be at the bottom of the description. If it's not at the bottom of this week's description, it'll be in the bottom of some of them.
Yeah, come and check it out. It's good. There's some good chat going on in there.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun in the Discord.
Not always from me because my phone's on the blink. But
You've got to crack exactly where the send message button is.
It's so annoying. So if I'm on my laptop, I'm fine, but I have to just like hammer my phone screen.
Just text me and I'll put it in.
Okay, fine.
Cool. Yeah. So come and join us in the Discord. As always, join us on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, everywhere you can find us. It's usually at BOTS_podcast or it's bottom of the stream. Just search for us, you'll find us.
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent. That's another episode of The Wave done.
Yeah. Just a reminder, come and find us on Thursday where we will be talking about Room 205.
Yeah.
Our Danish ghost
story.
Sure. Why not?
Why not? That's what it is. Excellent. Thanks.
Bye.